Hello, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Trasufoma Unboxed. As always, my videos are unscripted and unrehearsed. Today's unboxed toy or figure that I'm going to dive into was actually a figure based on a video game from PlayStation. This was, I guess, the actual game was released around 2009. And it lasted until around 2013 or 2014 or maybe even later. I didn't really do research on the length of the game. Crazy enough, I never knew about these figures until recently. I frequent Five Below, and I was in the toy section like I normally do when a store has a toy section. And I stumbled upon these figures, and they looked kind of interesting because they were mostly articulated. Some of them were better than others, obviously. But again, I didn't know about these until just recently. And come to find out, they're old stock of a game that was released on PlayStation a while back. So without further ado, the toy that we're opening up today is from the video game Invizimals. It is this guy, Vortex, mega figures. As you can see, Five Below. It was only $5. You never know what you're going to find at Five Below. You may find something like this, or you may find a Transformer or minifigure from Lego that you've never seen in retail, and they just go directly there. So here's the back of the box. This is probably the main character. It says 6 figures to collect. Some of the other boxes that I saw at the store at the time, I think one of the figures was this one or something of the sort, or even this one here. There's at least 12 or 14 figures to collect. They also had play sets and other merchandise. Again, I've never seen these before. These were probably at Toys R Us. I never even heard of this toy company before. IMC Toys. So for some reason it gives a bio for this guy, Ice Lion. Great. But this figure looked particularly great because he looks like a Mega Man villain. So I figured, why not? For $5, give it a go. So, all right. Doesn't look like they have any accessories, but his limbs look mostly articulated. So here we go. I'm going to open them up, and we'll see what we got. And again, I'm not going to give you my opinion on the figure. I'm just going to show you the basic features, and you can decide if you want to venture to Five Below and pick one of these up, or look for them online in the secondary market, like, you know, eBay and stuff like that. However, I did look these up on eBay to see if there was any of the other figures there, and they seem pretty expensive, upwards of $15 to $24. So I am not going to go that route. If I see them in the store, maybe I'll buy them. If I don't, then so be it. As you can see, it's pretty hefty. It does have some paint marks here. I'm sure it's just from transportation and shifting. So again, I'm not going to give you my opinion on them, just going to give you some facts about the figure. I got that articulation, its wrists. Does not feel cheap. It feels thick. That's the best word I can come up with. For a $5 figure, as you can see, he's got almost $15 worth of articulation here. knees. You saw the ankles and hips. Not sure what this is. Maybe he was marketed in the game as a construction vehicle. And his head does not turn. But there it is. Zoom in here. The date stamp says 2014. All right, I'm going to give you a size comparison on how big this guy actually is. For this, I'm actually going to adjust the camera a little bit more here, but just so you can see how tall he is. Because the camera angle we have now is kind of above shooting down. So let's see if I can get Mr. Frog here to stand upright. I know he can do it. There we go. Kind of get the gist on how big this guy is, but I'm going to adjust the camera here and we're going to see exactly how big he is. If I can go kind of eye level, zoom in. So almost about half. All right, so that's Invizimals. Again, there's a bunch of, looks like animal-looking figures that are available in this figure line. I posted this on Twitter when I first found out about the toys itself, and a lot of people did respond with they remember the game and they should have bought all the figures and they were great figures for the price and so on. Which is true. I mean, for $5 now, they're pretty good figures. I don't know how much they were back then, but who knows. And when I did buy Vortex, I also bought another figure, but I wanted to open them and check them out first to see what I was getting into, because honestly, if these figures weren't worth the time, I wasn't going to do an unboxing video. So, but as you can see, they were definitely worth the time. So the other figure that I bought was this guy here. It's kind of like a shield guy. Lots of ball joints on that one. As you can see, ball joints on his knees, or whatever these are, his hips. And all these segments are ball jointed here. Nothing else is movable except for his waist. He doesn't really stand up too well. Relies on his shield a lot. So I guess that's his gimmick. He makes the shield, which is kind of neat. So, and I guess if I can recall correctly, his name is Slammer. He had an actual bio which said something like the early Invizimals were either offensive or defensive, and some were straight defensive, and he was manufactured as a strict shield. Don't know what that means, other than he has a giant shield. So, So there you go. 2 figures for the price of 1 video. Price as in time it took you to watch this. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in again. I appreciate everyone who has been watching. Again, all of it is unrehearsed and unscripted, and they continuously get better, hopefully. I'm always looking for new ways to do these videos. They're going to continuously stay as unboxing videos, and I'm never going to script them, or I'm never going to rehearse. I just feel like it's a little bit more genuine that way. So like it or don't like it, that's what it is. So until the next time, hopefully you can find some of these guys if you have a Five Below nearby. There is one particular that I'm looking for. It's sort of like a salamander slash swamp monster. I don't know if I'll be able to find him, but I guess the hunt continues. So, hope everyone has a great day. Until the next time.